Start again.
Yeah, are you like trying to take? Are you like the celebrity of the show? All of a sudden, do you want to take control?
Expect a certain level of excellence, especially out of you two. You especially.
Why
You're
me?
the true celebrity.
Why me?
You're the one that's reached the heights.
Gets recognised in
You're
public.
the Icarus. That's you're coming close to the sun.
Yeah, but I stay humble.
We're still in the shadows.
My E-class celebrity list. I stay humble.
Jeez, you think you're as high as an E-class?
The rest of us Z-listers. God. What's good, people? Welcome back to Talking the Movies. I'm Eddie Reese.
It's your boy Salem here.
And it's Mo, who's doing great, everybody. It's good, it's great.
Whoa. What's great? What's happening with you? Have you like won the lottery the way you
Obviously,
said
he
that?
doesn't keep in touch with like what's going on in the world.
Oh, right. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the hand gesture with Donald Trump.
The world has yet to end.
But now he has the nuclear code, so we're one step closer.
We'll see. But that ain't why you guys are tuning in. This is about movies, so let's keep it subject. What have you been watching?
Oh, so I actually haven't been watching much. Yesterday, I decided we weren't going to go. Went actually to Crawley to our local cinema, and we looked at the listings whilst driving down because we had to stop off near a car showroom, and we couldn't make up our mind what to watch. There was hardly. I don't want to watch Triple X. I have no interest in that. The only film that I was hoping for to watch was The Giant Calls, which you said it's a must-watch movie.
Monster Calls.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Maybe I should have been looking for Monster Calls rather than Giant Calls.
You said you
that
couldn't
why
find it. Oh,
No,
my
it
God.
wasn't it. Dude, I know, I can see it by the poster, but no, that wasn't listed. So, you know, and everything else is just very, very quiet, and I don't want to watch Assassin's Creed either.
La La Land.
Yeah, see, I have a really difficult time with musicals. Really difficult time. Now, you're probably going to say, why the fuck do you have a difficult time when you watch Bollywood movies?
And being the gay guy of the group.
Why did you have to say that?
Isn't
Why
that
am I the
general-
gay guy?
Is that the general consensus?
See, even Mo just thought, you know what, Ed, that's a dick move.
No,
I
no.
say that. It's like,
I was
that was
gonna
a
say-
bit, that was an uncalled for,
I was
the
going to
gay
say
guy.
I agree, but I don't want to be responsible for outing him out in public.
This is true. Very insensitive of me. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Friend.
out of us, who's in a relationship with a woman?
You've told us you have. We've yet to see her,
This is true, actually.
meet her. You just have these secret phone calls that you leave the room to have. So we don't know if there's a male voice on the other end of it.
Well, look, let's go back. All
Take
right.
your word for it.
Okay, take my word for it. But yeah, I couldn't make up my mind what to watch, so I haven't been watching any movies. I have been keeping up with Vikings, which I don't know what's happened to that show, man. I'm having a really, really difficult time with it now because it's just the final season, and it's just slowing down. Each episode just doesn't want to pick up, and I think when we're going to come to the end of it, I'm just going to be, you know, like when you watch a TV show, you've been following it through for a
Like
certain
Dexter,
time.
it's just gonna lose its steam.
Yeah, you've been watching it as well, haven't
I
you?
watched like the first 3 episodes of the current season, and I haven't been back yet. I know I should watch it to the end, and because it's been such an enjoyable thing, but you're just telling me now that it's just going to carry on like
You
that.
guys are putting me off, man, because I'm still yet to watch it, and
Yeah, so the only other thing that has brought joy in my miserable life this week, and Eddie knows all about that, is the Mick.
yay! Yeah, I forgot I watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this came back. So good.
It's the production
So fun.
value on that show is absolutely brilliant. It feels like I'm watching a freaking proper movie.
Guess that's not really what comes to mind when I watch it, though.
Wait.
It's just the quality and the
Yeah,
comedy.
but the quality of the show, the way it looks, the way it feels, it really looks like a high-level TV show. And I forget sometimes I'm watching a TV show because it feels like a movie to me.
I'm so surprised that it's on Fox, especially the humor really kind of gets a little racy at times. And you're thinking, which generally is, you know, it's fine, especially considering the actress is from
It's
Always
Always
Sunny in Philadelphia, Sutton Colson. Really good. Basically still playing Sweet D. Exact same character. Exact same fucked up morals. Everything's the same, except in a different sort of situation. But Fox, which is notorious for like not really wanting to take risks, they've really gone for it with this show, and I like it. The last 2 episodes that have aired haven't had as much steam as the previous couple, but still, I'm gonna keep on sticking with this.
All round,
loving it.
So is this Sweet D's big break then?
Hopefully, could be it.
Yeah, it could be.
And does it look as funny as the trailers? Because I haven't actually got around to watching it yet.
It's a funny show, man. All the way through, it's there's a certain level that it holds up to, and
It's Always Sunny still going.
So they're in their like 12th season at the moment.
So she's got basically 2 shows juggling like.
Well, I mean, Always Sunny is only like a 10, 12 episode season, so you'll film that over like 3 or 4 months.
That's true.
Well, that's what I've been watching, and I think that's a massive shout out, guys. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I think you'll enjoy The Mick as well.
The Mick, love it. Mo.
So, apart from watching every YouTube video that has got something to do with the Nintendo Switch,
deal with games.
I've watched this week the final couple of episodes for The Good Place. Now, I know Simon and I spoke about this last year at some point. And it is, I've got to say, the last episode was so good because they came up with this absolutely brilliant twist that you don't see coming, but you might have thought about it earlier in the show. It is fantastic. And even if it doesn't get another season, it will have ended perfectly. And if it does get another season, they've changed the direction of the show to really sort of like go in another direction.
I'll make a guess.
Don't make no guess, man. Wait, you're not watching it at the moment, are you? Okay, so it came to an end in November?
Yeah, so that was just like, it went on a little break and it came back early January.
So now that it's back, is it just the 1 episode?
No, there's like 4 episodes or something.
Right, okay. And they're all out?
They're all out. Well, it's done now, isn't it? The season final's been.
Okay.
Still figured it out.
Quite possibly.
Wait, how can you figure out when you don't really?
Because I'm intelligent.
But
you're not that intelligent.
Watch the show, Eddie. It's very humorous. It's very funny. Ted Danson is just brilliant, and Kristen Bell is always just.
It was good. I did watch the first 2, and I liked it.
Wait,
no reason why I didn't want to continue. I think I was just watching a lot of other stuff at the time, so it's
See, you say that you watch a lot of stuff, but then you see 2 episodes, and then you never.
I get distracted by other stuff. I think we were still doing the anime thing at that time, so I was trying to cram in seasons of anime shows in one go at that time. So that kind of took me away.
Actually, so if you want to find a new anime show to watch, Konosuba. Apparently, it was like one of the most popular shows last year, and it's come back for a second season. In fact, last year they did 10 episodes of it because the producers didn't know what they had on their hands, didn't think it was going to be a hit, and absolutely it ended up being one of the best. So it's one of these like adventure fantasy ones. Guy's been sucked into like a game world, and it's it's heavy on the comedy as well. So it's like he's a buffoon and he's not sure what he's doing, but somehow always ends up on top. Wonder Woman shit. So last night I was perusing through Facebook and saw an article pop up from, I think it was Schmo's Nose.
Yeah, it was during the week, earlier last week.
Yeah, I think it only hit my feed last night, and I was so disappointed when I read this.
It's not confirmed. It's kind of like it came from just a comment that one person made about someone that they know. Friend
who is close or knows a source that's close to the movie.
Friend of a friend.
So I think we better take a step back here because people will be thinking, what are these guys talking about? So apparently sources close to the movie Wonder Woman have supposedly said that the movie is a disjointed mess. Now, if you look at their track record for DC movies, it's quite easy to buy into that.
It's true because the same thing did come out about Suicide Squad and BVS, and they kind of turned out to be pretty accurate considering the movies we ended up with.
So no matter how good that trailer is, because Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman did have fantastic looking trailers.
I don't want to believe it though.
Here, I've got a question, right? So this is like an ongoing thing now, like with news leaking out, people talking about how when they viewed the movies, they're just not all that good, right? All good for that matter.
Just disjointed mess. And to play devil's advocate before we get into your point, the same thing was said about Force Awakens. Literally, I think up to about 2 or 3 weeks before it came out, the first half was just a complete clusterfuck. And then they just cracked the editing, shifted things around, and then it became.
But it seems like, back to Mo's point, it's just a continuous thing with Warner Films, right? So now, what is your state of mind going to be? Because we've been seriously looking forward to this. Was it one of you guys that said like that is one of the films that I'm looking forward to?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah,
right. So definitely. What is where are you going to be after watching this? And if it is a clusterfuck?
So I think what's going to happen now is the bar expectation is going to be set so low that you possibly might enjoy it because you're not expecting much.
It's true.
So it might be like a tactful marketing tactic. But we can't really say anything until we see the movie. But the fact that if that is true and it's coming from within, and looking at the track record of the DC movies that have come, really can't expect much.
All right, and let's just say, but where do you think they're going wrong? Because
they're rushing. They're rushing through these movies. They're rushing the scripts. They're rushing into production before the scripts have been finalised and they've been balanced out all the issues.
Is it that, or is it that the creative force that's behind it aren't suited to the type of movies that they're making?
It all starts with the script, and scripts have always been garbage from the get-go.
But is it because the talent and the creative force behind it don't understand the material? They don't understand the storytelling process?
It seems like it's about both, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm tempted to lash and to dig into David Goyer as one of the main creative forces behind a lot of this DC shit. But he was also part of the Nolan Batman films. And look how they turned out.
Who came on? Who was originally going to direct it, and then all of a sudden they said that Warner Brothers didn't like my vision for this movie.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another director that pulled out. It was a creative. I think it was just a story thing. They wanted to take it one way, and DC wanted it to be another way. So we don't know whether it's. They never got details of it. So whether it was they wanted it to be lighter and it ended up being darker, or they wanted it to, details haven't yet surfaced. But
you know what? For me, I'm so fucking pissed hearing this. You know what? I'm really angry about this because I want there to be a friggin' good Warner Brothers movie. I want there to be a good DC movie.
I want good DC movies. People think we're haters, that we're like Marvel fanboys, but I want good DC films. I love DC.
Do you think they will get to a stage where they will just cancel everything? Because they'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 movies out and they'll be like, this just isn't working.
I think even if Justice League doesn't quite meet expectations, financially it will do well, so that will keep it going. If Wonder Woman doesn't do great, I think we'll get the next Batman. The
Batman.
Yeah, we'll get that. I believe, even though there's no date on it yet, I reckon they'll get to the point.
And Affleck has gone on record in the last few weeks as saying he will not direct a movie until he's happy with the script.
Yeah, so I reckon we'll get that. So I think from there on, it will decide it.
All right. Okay.
So even if Wonder Woman, Justice League aren't good, I think the train will keep on moving.
You reckon?
Yeah, because they're going to make money either way.
But do you reckon? I mean, Wonder Woman isn't that much of a big character. I mean, she is, but she's not at the same time. She's not one like Batman or Superman, right?
In the cinema, yeah.
So,
but they can afford to swallow a Wonder Woman flop. The Flash is still something which I reckon will happen. After Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn's definitely going to end up coming in, because that was like the most popular character out of all that. So that's definitely going to end up happening. And Batman, of course, they're not going to let Affleck go with Batman, so go away from Batman, so that's going to happen. So,
but at some point, I know the movies are making money now, but at some point, people are going to say, we've been to see these so many times and they're not particularly great, and the audience starts to plummet.
One word.
Transformers.
Exactly.
Well, I think Transformers is aimed at a kind of a different demographic. They're making that money from the kids.
It doesn't matter. That's the whole. If it keeps making money, that's all that matters to these people.
Next piece of news, right? Salim, if I said to you, there's going to be another Terminator movie, would that get you excited?
It would.
But ready? Oh yeah, you like that.
Wait, hold on.
Portion of a movie, Genesis.
I didn't mind Genesis. I really did not mind Genesis.
Ugly.
What?
That's the only word to describe your.
That sounds like you're vomiting on me, Eddie.
Ugh.
Okay, it does, but I also want to know who's directing it. I want to know that.
So, in 2019, the rights for Terminator revert back to James Cameron.
There you go. And
No. You go. Look what.
So, rumour has it that James Cameron, who is still busy... When did the last Avatar movie coming out? Because he's still busy making the next 4.
Decades ago.
So, he's still busy doing that. But him and Tim Miller are working on a new Terminator movie.
Tim Miller, just to remind you, is the guy who did Deadpool, who left Deadpool.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yes.
Director.
Now, see, you said that to me like I didn't read up about this, but I am one step ahead of you boys, and I had to,
for once,
activated my text aloud on my computer that read this story to me, and how excited am I? And that is why I said to Mo, I would be absolutely joyed to know there's going to be another Terminator movie. Well, you know. Yeah, so
with Tim Miller directing.
Dude, come on, absolutely, without a doubt. This is something that we need. This is the
Which direction do you think it would have to take? Reboot, start again, or if they're just gonna try and find a way to continue it?
Just ignore everything after Judgment Day.
Yeah,
That's a mess. Start from scratch again.
No, man,
they have to
because they've got 2 beautiful movies there.
But there's been too much.
Yeah. There's been, I think,
too convoluted.
I'll agree with Eddie here. I think they want to start again.
Yeah, and it confuses the audience. Everyone will be like,
I suppose the only reason to start again is if you want a new star, so no Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
obviously,
and then you obviously want to create a new franchise to go forward.
That's it, of course, yeah. What's the point?
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. And you know what? I think the story has been polluted so much over the last couple of years that the new people watching Terminator now do not appreciate the original stuff because they haven't actually probably
it's a whole
viewed it.
generation. Yeah.
When did Terminator? 92.
Yeah.
Do you remember 92, Eddie, when I came to school and I was
Terminator 2.
Yes, I was the only boy with Terminator 2. Do you remember?
Very popular.
I was. Not with the girls though.
Boys' school.
Oh yeah, boys school. Right, yes.
But you call them girls because obviously, you go. Okay, it's alright. I'm not judging. I'm judging, you know.
Okay, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I take it you guys are too, right?
Absolutely. The only sticking point here is we have to wait for him to make 3, 4, I don't know how many Avatar movies first.
No, because he's not making this. Tim Miller's making it.
I want him involved in the process.
He'll still do that while making Avatar. He's been involved with a ton of shit.
If it's at the expense of Avatar, yeah, then that's great. I don't care. But if it's the expense of that,
you know, these executive producer things are barely just.
Yeah, but I think Cameron's a hard-working guy, though. He doesn't like just turn up for a paycheck.
Read the script, say I don't like this, change it, and that's it. So,
yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. But why so much? I mean, I'm more excited about Miller taking it on, and Cameron just getting on with Avatar. I know he's like the creator of it. You know,
I will say because Terminator, Terminator 2, True Lies,
decades ago. He's lost a lot of heat for me. So I know it's not fair to do that after 1, maybe 2, because fucking Titanic as well. I'm like,
well, you see, that didn't actually appeal to us, but it appealed to a much larger demographic.
I'm talking about myself.
But from a technical point of view, that movie was like...
Of course. So was Jupiter Rising. Or Jupiter Descending, or whatever the fuck it was called.
I don't know if you can say that was artistic.
It was technically well made. Fucking garbage movie. Mo won't really have much of an opinion on this. You may do.
Yes.
Once again.
Yes.
Once again, Salem, Witchblade.
Oh!
They're not giving up on this.
They shouldn't frigging give up on this because this is something we've been talking about for frigging years.
Oh, since we were in fucking college. They're making a TV show.
You know, just the other day, right, I was cleaning up and I opened my cupboard and I pushed aside my porn stash and right underneath there I had some sealed copies of Witchblade. Now, the thing about that is that I think they're yours.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't want to give them to you because I think they're also mine.
If they're mine, I can give them.
Well, he's had them for so long now, though.
So technically, if you've had something...
I've been thinking about where all my shit's been disappearing to over the... Literally, my collection has been vanishing. I'm like, why is my things disappearing? Where are they?
I come to your house, knock on your door, and I say to your mum, can I go in Eddie's room because he's got certain comics and I need them. That's where they'd be going. But going back to what we're talking about...
What my Witchblade's back?
You're not getting them fucking back because technically if you've had something for such a long time, they're no longer that person.
No, it's the theft.
No.
It's still theft.
I've got loads of stuff on Mo's and Mo is in agreement with me
the
that
British
I can
Museum
keep that.
stole Egyptian artifacts. Over 100 years, it's still stolen.
Yeah, but it now belongs to the
shouldn't
British Museum. Don't forget about that. Now, are you honestly, dude? This is a serious breath of fresh air, man.
It depends where it goes, though.
Yes,
and who
it does.
Makes it, but
so you know what? I have some very vague memories of a TV show called Witchblade.
Yes, they did do it before, and it was horrible, very horrible. Even though there are a few people that still kind of are fans of it, but it was. Yeah.
It's not worth hunting down and having a watch of the pilots.
No.
Nothing like reminiscent of the comics.
Yes. No.
Stay away from it. Back then, I mean, we were okay with it, weren't we?
I wasn't. It was horrible. It was nothing like the comic.
Yeah, I know, but
she had like
still.
this armor. Oh no, it was rubbish.
Oh my god, she was so sexy, man.
She wasn't. Yeah, actress was nice, but rubbish. But if they do it right, have the money, it's on a decent station, which we don't know which it's going to be yet.
Right. So
it's literally just in development. We don't know where.
So at the moment, we're not talking about a movie. We're talking about a TV show.
TV.
So who's behind the development? No names.
That's the thing. It's too early. All we know is that the guy behind it, Mark Silvestri, and whoever his associates are, they're pushing for this. They're developing the scripts or whatever. So yeah, still early. But do you think it worked better if they have a decent budget and it's on a decent station that gives them a bit of freedom? Do you think this can work better as a show? Given that we're in the golden age of TV right now.
Yeah, man, I would love Netflix to get their hands on that.
Ooh, I don't think they'd muddy the water with a different comic book.
Yeah.
Probably away from Marvel, but...
I think, absolutely.
Maybe Amazon, no?
Yeah, do you reckon?
Well, they're making some decent shows.
Yeah, Amazon's buying up stuff left, right and centre. They've just launched in 200 countries, so they're making content.
I've seen a good few decent shows from Amazon lately, man, so... I've actually got faith. I was like that too. I was like, I don't want to watch any Amazon shit, but now I'm like, I'm looking forward to it. Hope it does finally freaking happen, man. Taking so long, and maybe we'll get the Spawn movie or TV show we've wanted.
You know what? When I think about Spawn, I just think they should just leave that alone. I can't get my head around how they're going to do that.
You've forgotten the TV show?
Yeah.
The HBO?
Yeah.
It was wicked.
Okay. I might watch it later on. And
it was really good.
Do you remember Spawn?
I don't actually. I remember there was a movie.
Yeah, and there was a HBO animated show as well.
Oh,
which was really good.
Oh, okay.
Green Lantern.
I know. Is this the story that I'm thinking it is?
Yes.
The people who are in the running.
Yes. Still coming with this. They're definitely gonna. We don't know whether he or one of the Lanterns is gonna put your phone down. It's gonna pop up in Justice League
Were
or
you
not.
just about to look up the Green Lantern?
No, I was about. I wasn't gonna look at it. But yes, I do know who Green Lantern is. He's that guy who has arrows and he fires them.
No.
No, he's got a ring, dude. Come on.
Fuck.
Come on.
So anyway, they're casting. It's gonna be Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are the two characters. So that's the main Green Lantern character, Hal Jordan, and Jon Stewart is the Black Lantern. Now, Hal Jordan being the main star could be either. These are all the names that are floating around that they want. Warner Brothers. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Armie Hammer. He was in Social Network. He was the twins.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Tall guy.
Okay, yeah.
Joel McHale. He was in Community, the tall guy.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, again. Why he'd want to reprise that role? Because then, if he did it, then that would connect the shitty movie that he made into this universe. Clusterfuck. Or Tom Cruise.
So, if it was Ryan Reynolds, that would be so better. But this sounds more like a list of like who are the popular box office draws who are white guys and good looking.
That is a possibility. But if it's not, and these are people that they've approached, like I know that Tom would probably push to do this because he wants to be involved in something. He wanted to be in the Marvel. He was nearly Iron Man.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he came really close to it.
Oh,
With
right.
the Marvel Universe,
But he's got his own little franchise going now, isn't he?
Yeah, but they're kind of like, I think Mission Impossible still does well, but everything else hasn't been.
It's all the whole monster movie thing.
Yeah,
now.
which is not looking
Okay,
great.
so are we talking
Jack
about?
Reacher.
Are we talking about? Are we looking forward to another DC movie, or are we talking about the casting of this? Yeah,
And what
that
effect could it-
would be weird if Tom Cruise was.
I think
Green
he wants
Lantern.
something like this because superhero movies are the tempos.
Do you reckon?
Each year.
Okay, so take each one of those, right? As let's say you guys were execs at Warner Brothers, right? Who would you go for?
Army Hammer.
Okay.
Would
I
there
think-
not be a little bit of you inside that says, Ryan did this before. He's gone away and he's shown that he
become a
knows
star.
how to do a movie. He
This
was
is
the
true.
driving force behind Deadpool.
But the first movie was such a hated movie, and the audience, it just connects it all together. And people, you want to get rid of that bad taste in the audience's mouth, so you need to go with someone fresh.
But everyone loves Reynolds now.
It
Like, the
does
boy
make
can't
a
do anything
difference.
wrong. The boy, he's like, even like, he went away and did a movie that now he's campaigning to
Deadpool
have
style.
in the Oscars.
I'm just trying to get. Army Hammer, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's not new, but he's been around, he's done quite a lot of films. He has the look, but he's not a star, so he's not going to be that expensive. You can tell him what to do.
And Joe McHale just seems wrong for that role. As much as
He
I
was,
like him.
He was actually Superman in the defunct Justice League movie that came out, or was going to be made.
was
like,
he
back in the early 2000s.
Was he also in a film with Jackie Chan? Wasn't he?
He was in one with Johnny Depp, The Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Okay. I think that might be the one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, this
So
is.
I think that he's like, yeah, I think he's. Everyone else has too
This
much.
just sounds to me like a list of some exec said to somebody, draw me up a list of like all the
Yeah.
the
That is a
candidates
possibility. That
that
is a
fit into like
possibility.
this.
But okay, so
Bubble.
let's say you're sitting down in a room, and those are the names, right? And Tom Cruise walks in and says, "You know what? I want to do this."
Which, if it was true, would probably happen. It's the problem.
He's
You have to imagine
expensive, though.
exactly, and he always produces as well the
He
films
says, "I'll
he's
do
in.
it for free because I want to do this so badly."
And you'd have to imagine him next to, Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. It's just wouldn't. It would make just. It would be a fucking mess.
Yeah, Armie Hammer is. I'm looking at his profile and stuff that he's done. I think he's probably the better choice.
Oh yeah, Man from U.N.C.L.E. as well. I forgot
Lone
about that.
Ranger. He was with Jackie Chan.
That was.
Oh no, that you're right. It was
Johnny
with
Depp.
Johnny Depp. Sorry, yeah, Man from U.N.C.L.E. He was really
good in that, yeah.
You know what? I think that says it all.
And he's
Man
with
from U.N.C.L.E.
Cavill as well, Superman. They know each other, so.
Yeah, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tom would be the wrong fit for this, and I think he's going to be very, very busy because he's supposed to pop up in all the monster movies.
Yeah, if the first one works out, which I'm not sure it will.
Have a bit of faith, man. Have a bit of faith.
You know what?
Who would have thought Jack Reacher would have bombed as hard as it did, and it did.
Look, I want to have faith. I believe in faith, and I want to have faith like Mo.
George Michael.
Yeah,
gay. So.
you guys. What is it with you?
I'm
Are
sorry.
you
I'm
trying to
sorry.
say
I'm
that
sorry.
you're
I'm
gay?
sorry. I'm apologizing.
Yeah, you're gay.
It
and
just
you're trying
fits.
To,
I'm-
why are we
I'm joining
talking about
the dots.
Come on now, the man is dead. Let the guy just associate his name with like that.
Yeah, I want to have faith like Mo. All right, and I believe after watching that trailer, all right, with him screaming, I want to really, truly try to believe that it's going to be good.
X-Men, the evil mutants plan their attack. As Juggernaut harnesses his battering ram, Magneto reveals his magnetic force.
Lead the attack, Juggernaut.
But waiting are the X-Men.
Evil mutants!
Wolverine flashes claws of steel, while Cyclops turns on laser power.
This city has a speed limit.
And the giant apocalypse is power lifted by the mighty Colossus.
Lost again, Magneto.
X-Men and Evil Mutants, each sold separately from Toy Biz.
We've just had confirmation that the Wolverine movie, Logan, that's coming out, which, you know, I'm pretty interested in, is not connected in any way. It's not part of the continuality of any of the X-Men movies. It's pissing me off that all of these X-Men things, because this is its own thing from the X-Men team movies, and the new show which is coming out, Legion, is its own thing, which is separate from everything. Like, why is it? It's just a mess.
Why is it a mess? It's not worse.
I was going to ask, do you prefer all of these films to be their own separate...
I don't mind it. I do not have a problem with them not crossing over. I have no
Well, it's not about crossing over, but it's more about acknowledging.
Yeah, they're not even connected, so that means they'll reuse the same characters cast with different actors. Like, it's just convoluted. It contradicts themselves. Character that was alive in this one will die in this one, but come back alive in the next one of the other thing.
So I see them as,
just a mess.
different universes.
But Patrick Stewart is in it as the character he plays in the other X-Men film.
Yeah. It's...
Why does that annoy you so much?
Because I like consistency. We've seen it with the Marvel films. That if those were each their own thing, it just wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It just.
It doesn't matter
It's like
whether
with
you're
Spider-Man.
watching-
Spider-Man was its own thing, and it just
Yeah.
now it's part of the bigger universe. It feels better.
Yeah.
There's
And
consistency.
whether you watch a Marvel movie or you watch a TV show, whether the characters are in it or not, they acknowledge that the other part of it is there.
yeah, that this event happened over there, and
But they don't need to acknowledge it. It's fine by itself. It doesn't really matter.
No,
too much.
because that shows like
lazy.
not laziness as well, but that shows disrespect to the fans as well, because it's kind of like you've got this idea, you're building this universe, and then you're
But
just
maybe they're not building. They're not building the.
No, the obviously they're not.
Well,
Yeah.
they've done 3 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, which in various ways have crossed over and not with the other. It's just a friggin' mess. The Wolverine films are a mess. X-Men have just turned into a mess. I want them to start again. They've
Wait.
completely fucked up that whole thing.
But
Except for
the last,
Deadpool.
the last one?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's just gone to a mess. It's gone to shit.
Wasn't there something a couple of weeks ago that Reynolds was apparently trying to campaign to get to do a Wolverine crossover movie?
Yeah, apparently there was like a photo with him and Hugh Jackman, and oddly enough, the old Bond from the 90s, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, right.
Which a lot of people are thinking, is he going to be Cable, which is the next character that's going to be in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
So, which would be strange. I don't really want... But then it just contradicts, because then it doesn't connect to those films.
Look, most people don't seem like they care. Why do you care? Is it really? I can't understand why this bothers you guys
Because
so
I like
much.
to build universe. I like the bigger, broader stories. That I want the events that happen in one movie to affect the character when they go into something else.
Okay, fine. So, right, going back to This Is a Mess. It is probably, as it stands, all right, it doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right, especially with the last X-Men movie. But maybe that's a better thing that they don't tie it in together and they do restart the whole thing, which they're not going to do.
They reach its own thing. I just want...
Yeah, because then they also end up contradicting what happens in
that's
the
the
other
thing.
films, and it's kind of like, well, hold on, he was in that film and he did this or said that. Now he's in this movie and he's saying something completely different.
Yeah, and it's the same actors half of the time, and
It just takes you out of it.
And then Legion, the TV show, a character who's the son of Professor X, and the next character I'm forgetting. I'm gonna get screamed at from the comments for this, but yeah. But so how can you have this character without any of these other ones? And it's just,
All right, but look, let's just actually on the point of Logan. All right, new trailer just recently dropped. Right. How now? When I first saw, I was one of those people that said, "Look, I'm not actually looking forward to this." But after watching, after watching the new trailer, I'm really excited for this movie.
I liked it. I preferred the last trailer though.
Oh, you
personally.
prefer the last one?
Yeah, but still, I'm into it. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it, but it does lose a slight bit of anticipation by it not being part of anything else. It's just being its own isolated thing. Okay, Warner Brothers developing a live-action Attack on Titan movie.
Yes, I read about this the other day, and instantly in my mind, the only thing I could picture was a live-action Japanese movie.
Which they've already done. So, see, at first you think weird, but then you think of the world of Attack on Titan, and depending on, do you think they'll make it like how it is in the film, where it's kind of like a weird English, British type world, like medieval, or they're gonna make it American. Well, it is like
that's
a British.
That's what the show. Well, that's what the anime.
Yeah, because the landscape's very England. It's very knights and castles and shit. So, would that be the direct?
And I think it's important to actually stick with that sort of same style.
Yeah.
Rather than branching off and doing something totally different and just using giants, coming on planet Earth or destroying planet Earth from another. I don't know. From another.
Not aliens.
Yeah, but like, can you see what I mean?
Yeah. There's these giants coming in. I wanted to keep it that sort of medieval-esque, steampunky thing.
But even at the same time, if they did do something crazy, it could work, right? Why are you saying just because of the name itself, you want it to sort of?
I don't know, because some people may say that we've got the anime and then they had the live-action movies, 2 of them. Not great, but they're there, and they were very faithful to a degree, to the anime. So maybe they want to make a bit more, take a bit more creative.
They don't want to deviate from the source material that much. And having talking of Attack on Titan, new series starting this April, season 2.
Yes. Finally.
How many?
It's taken a long time.
Attack on Titan Japanese movies are there?
2.
There's 2. Are they any good?
No. They changed the personalities of certain characters. They weren't consistent with the anime versions of it.
So, and that is the reason why.
Part of what effed it up, as well as not being that great.
I can imagine like Warner doing exactly that though.
Yeah, but then Warner Brothers were behind, I believe, or maybe it was Universal, the Rurouni Kenshin films, which were good. Very good adaptations of animes. Because you saw the first one.
I've seen the first one. That was very, very enjoyable. Yeah. It didn't come across as your typical sort of like low-budget quality Japanese movie.
Not low budget at all.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very, very well polished.
And the action is just so good in those films. The best sword fight I've ever seen.
It still does retain that sort of B-movie type feeling, but it doesn't work against it at all, because that villain is just so over the top.
Yeah. Get to the villain in the second and third one. That guy is insane. But the best sword fights I've ever seen on film. Rurouni Kenshin. Go check it out. Wicked. Samurai X, by the way, if you don't know. So we've also getting a Tokyo Ghoul live action movie. And just found about that today. How?
That's all I could come up with. It's like weird sounds. I don't know how this will translate.
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
So you saw the whole season, right?
I don't think I saw the last couple, but yeah, there's enough there that I don't know. Like, I guess it could work because there isn't.
Now, is this is Japanese?
Yeah.
Right. See, I think I would have been a bit more excited if it was a Hollywood film. Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be Tokyo Ghoul then, would it? Unless it was like an exchange student in Tokyo.
New York Ghoul.
No, yeah. I just think, all right, well, yeah.
Minnesota Ghoul.
London Ghoul.
Chicago Ghoul.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work, no.
No.
Disney World Ghoul.
Did you see Tokyo?
I haven't actually seen any of it, but I hear it does seem to be one of those shows that's like Marmite. You either like it or you don't.
It's very popular, and it's not a bad show. It's just, I don't know, it just leaves a little.
Well, I suppose like the movie is going to like have to compress all of that into 2 hours, so you'll probably get rid of a lot of the filler and the fluff, and it's just like the core of the story.
The concept of it could work. Basically, it's basically just like a vampire-esque type story. This guy he gets attacked, who becomes this new thing.
It's just okay because what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at films like Attack on Titans. I'm looking at Death Note. I'm just looking at these films that have been and in all fairness, I haven't seen that many Japanese.
Like we were just mentioning, the Ruriken Kenshin. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Don't ask me.
But those are good. There's 3 of them. I love those.
But didn't you say who was behind that?
They're Japanese, but I think they're like co-finance production with. But they're Japanese movies.
Okay.
Actors, directors, whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't want this to be another one of those films because I actually did enjoy Tokyo Ghoul. I had a lot of fun with it.
I thought you didn't really like it that much.
No, it was okay.
You seemed lukewarm on it.
Yeah, it was all right. It was, but no, I did like it. Now that I'm thinking back, I think when I was also watching another anime at the same time, so there was a bit of a collision with the two. But yeah, no, absolutely, I want to see this work, but I'm just in two minds, man. That can it actually translate well when it comes down to live action?
Shazam. You know Shazam, the DC character.
Yeah, it's The Rock. It's The Rock still.
Rock was going to be, is Black Adam, the villain of Shazam. They're being split into 2 movies now. I don't know what The Rock did, but being that he's like the biggest, believe it or not, star in Hollywood right now, or the most financially successful at least, he's going to have his own movie as Black Adam. Black Adam, yeah, the villain. It's that strange that the villain is going to have his own movie. I don't know whether it's going to come before Shazam or after, but...
Well, we did see Suicide Squad and it was just like a load of villains.
Yeah, they're doing What's Her Name as a spin-off movie as well. So.
Very true. But Black Adam, he's not even that...
But it's The Rock.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You could put this guy in anything. He's going to make money.
I think he's become too powerful. And there's also he's also been teasing that he could cross over with Superman in some way.
I don't know if
he keeps saying that he wants to have a story where he gets to hang out or do something with Superman. And there was a photo on Instagram that he took with Cavill, and they're just drinking like whiskey and trying to shit together. So there's definitely discussion going on there.
I don't know if it's because he's too powerful. I think he's just a box office draw. And obviously somebody somewhere has sat down and done the math and said, we could get 2 movies out of this and make twice the money.
They haven't even cast who Shazam is, and the villain is getting so much. There isn't even a date on when it's coming out.
But Shazam, the other thing is this, is that, have you ever thought, when these 2 characters go, they're both in one film. Because Shazam hasn't been casted yet. The Rock is going to seriously overshadow that character if he's got a film coming out before Shazam as well.
Yeah, well, if it comes out beforehand, which Shazam does have, Black Adam does have a good story. Like, he wasn't always a villain, so maybe it could be. But the thing is, then it falls into that whole Scorpion King thing. He was the villain in the Mummy, but then they showed his story beforehand where he was the good guy who just fell into the It's the same.
So wait, what
and it's in Egypt as well, because the whole
So what are you annoyed about the most about this
This fucking Rock. I'm sick of the Rock.
Why are you sick of the Rock, Eddie?
He doesn't make anything good.
Oh man, it's been 3 weeks into 2017. We haven't seen a movie from him yet.
Would you say would you if the Rock right now walked through the door, would you say that to him? would you like the whole thing?
Sick of you.
No, would you like turn around if he was on the podcast right now? Wouldn't you just turn around and say, you know what? I'm so excited that you're Black Adam. Is it Black Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're this character. And I'm so glad that there's going to be 2 movies and you've got your own one. Would you be saying that? I think you would say that.
Are you trying to depict me as some sort of arse kisser who has no integrity, who would go against their own opinions and words?
I don't know, Eddie. I'm asking you the question.
Just to be popular.
Because I think you would. Mo, don't you agree?
Don't know me very well.
I think it would be very difficult to look The Rock in the eyes and say, you suck. I'm fed up of you.
I wouldn't say those words. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh.
You might say, I think, Mr. Rock, you may be slightly overexposed.
Yes.
No, you would not.
Yes.
You would never say that.
I just want a good movie from the guy.
You say, can I be in the movie as well? Please, is there something small I can do for you?
Oh, God. Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. Yeah. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. But I'm not excited for it.
All right, Mo.
Either way.
You excited for?
To be fair, I think anything that The Rock does can be mildly entertaining. And if he gets a chance of a good quality movie backed by a studio that believes in it, we might finally see that breakthrough role where he actually is the star and it actually isn't a good movie.
Yeah, none of his actual starring films have actually been
Particularly good.
good.
The only memorable one of these that comes to mind is Pain and Gain, and he wasn't the star in that.
Not truly, no. Yeah.
Well, maybe they weren't the right sort of films. I mean, you saw Scorpion King. You liked Scorpion King.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Come on, man. You were like dragging me to the cinema. Please, I want to see Scorpion
Yeah, I
King.
wanted to see it, but I didn't say it was like it
and
was
you
awesome.
walked out and said, yeah, I really liked it. The only thing I didn't like was the CGI.
Do you know something? I have the Scorpion
mad.
King on
You're
DVD.
mad.
I bought it when it came out, right? It was on the HMV 3-4 whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't watched it to this day.
Wow. No, it's worth watching for Kelly Who.
Kelly
Beautiful woman. Kelly Who?
Kelly who? Kelly who?
Ooh. Is that the lady that we have pictures with?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
have, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Lovely lady, lovely lady.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
yeah, has The Rock also got Jumanji coming out this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's got Jumanji, he's got
Baywatch.
Baywatch.
Fast and Furious.
Huh.
God knows where else he's gonna sneak in.
So 3 times at the box office in 1 year.
Yeah, at least. I guess that's it then for another week. Where can they find you guys? If they need to.
They can find me on the usual place, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, Volleyfools.
They can find me
Do you still
on
not
YouTube
exist?
watching lots and lots of YouTube.
First take, wherever. Yeah, it's in the description. Whatever. So I guess that's it for another week at Talking at the Movies.
Do you wanna watch a Bollywood movie with me?
What do you want to watch?
That musical number.
Is there a good one?
Yeah, there's 2 big Bollywood movies coming out this year. I mean, this week.
That
This-
Reyes.
Yeah, Shah Rukh Khan's film, and Hrithik Roshan, who's actually Daredevil.
Oh,
Yeah.
they ripped off Daredevil.
Yeah, he's basically a blind guy who finds this blind girl. They've got a relationship, and these bad guys do something to the blind girl, and somehow he gets these powers and he takes on the bad guys.
I'll go get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Have you never seen Blind Fury?
Later, guys.